Hi, it's Mary Beth. Welcome back to Mad Scientist. You're probably wondering, where are you? Well, guess what? I'm in another part of my studio. I wanted to do something that needed more table space. So I wrestled all my equipment over this way and I thought I'd try something new. And I might just keep doing this because it's kind of a nice view, isn't it? You can see a little bit of my studio here. I've got two big tables here. Over there, which you can't really see, there's another two tables, and then this area where I am is kind of a tall area. You can either sit on these bar stools. See that orange one in the background over there? Right there. I'm not pointing right there. It's like that. I've got these 4 bar stools around here, so it's a nice place if you're, I don't know, working on stuff where you want to stand and sit. You can navigate back and forth. And then the other area, it's over there, beyond there, is where my my little nap place is, and where my normal desk is, where you usually see me. So I'm doing something different. Okay, today, here's what I want to do. I want to just play and make some painted papers. I haven't made any for a while, and I was fiddling around the other day, and I just wanted to make some painted papers. What can I say? So I think that's what we'll do today. I've got, I'll show you what I have for the way of supplies. I have some Amsterdam acrylic paints. I have a couple of these colors from Sennelier that I got when Joann's was going out of business. And then I have my 2 favorite PBOs, these, let's see if we can see these 2 weird colors. This is called iridescent green yellow, very weird color, very much one of my faves. And this is called raw umber, but I think it's got some iridescence in it too, I'm pretty sure. But these are some of the paints I reach for when I'm gonna just be making papers. And you know, here's the thing. I've got jelly plates, but I use them in weird ways. And I have a few of them here that I'm gonna use. I have a little, this is a 6x6 one. This is one of those little, I don't even know what size this is. It's that little one. And then here's the round one. Dirtiest gel plates on the planet, right here in my studio. But I painted papers long before anybody invented a gel plate. I used to do paste painted paper back in the days when I was a bookmaker. We're talking, oh my God, 25 years ago. And I would paint more printmaking type papers. And then I moved into other categories and started making all kinds of papers. And I typically would make them into books. And I would just directly go paint to paper. There was no in between like that gel plate. But I used to like to push the edges. I remember I would buy sheets of tile, like mosaic tiles, you know, like from Home Depot or Lowe's or something. I would ink them up and just press my papers to them, and I did all sorts of random things to create papers. And when I started the company, the Stencil company, oh my God, that's all she wrote. I could paint papers day and night. I'm not kidding you. So I'm going to show you some of the things I do, some of the ways I have fun, and I try to loosen up. And let me just tell you, when you start painting papers, I always feel like there's a little bit of a like a lag time before you get into a good groove and you start making some cool stuff. So don't put so much pressure on yourself, okay? It's like that for everybody. Trust me. And you'll see it. You'll see it when I start. I've got 4 sheets laid across. Let me switch cameras here and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Okay, so I have 4 sheets of paper laid across on just a hunk of plastic because I didn't want to get the top of my table dirty. And I typically will work like this. I do a lot at the same time. And I layer like I do with all of my work, right? It's just what I do. So we're gonna just start painting and see what comes up, right? Because you never know. I mean, this is, let's see, when am I making this? This is September, and I'm making this video that I don't even remember when it's going to be shown, but this week here in September we just released that that video where I was dipping the stencils, and people's reaction to it has just been really cool. I've enjoyed reading the comments from people because they've said such interesting things like, God, you just never know what's going to happen until you try it, right? And I feel that way for sure. I think I do have another one of these if I run out of paint, which it looks like I'm going to. So, but anyway, yeah, it's just like, just push the limits. If I could tell you anything, teach you anything, impart any wisdom that I've learned through the years, it would be to just push the limits, really. You know, don't worry so much. Just see what's going to come out. And you never know till you push the limits. You just literally never know. So that is that. I had gotten some of this new fresco finish from, I think these are some new colors of Seth after. I got these off his website. I haven't even used them yet. Ooh, that's an interesting combo, right? Kind of cool, kind of cool. I also have not used a stencil yet. So I like to sometimes get some background paint down before I get going with the stencil, right? But I think perhaps it's time. So I'm going to lay a stencil over all of this now, and let's put some gray in. I'm going to use this. Oh, that was a lot. That just kind of farted right there on that plastic, didn't it? So when you're doing this, you can put your paint right over top like this. You can flip it. You know, we've done that in prior videos. See, I got a little of the printing there, a little bit of the stencil transferred, and I like that. So don't limit yourself or have preconceived ideas about how, you know, you need to do this, right? Because there's just no such thing. I just grabbed these random stencils that I wasn't even sure what they were going to look like together, and I don't always do that. I just grabbed some stencils because I thought, well, let's see what we got here. Use your brayer across everywhere. All right, I'm going to pause for a sec. I want to go get a couple other supplies. Okay, I found actually this other color of the PBO that I love. It's the iridescent blue black. Really a weird color. It's this and that green, and they also have an iridescent gold that I like a lot. I don't know what I've done with it, but let's see. I'm going to hold this up in a flash so you can see. Look at how weird that color is. Isn't it glorious, though? I mean, love it. And there, some of it transferred over there. So I thought while I was up, I grabbed some Distress Oxide spray because you all know how I love that so much. And I should have got, oh, I have a spray bottle right here, as a matter of fact. So it's always nice to get this going with water. I am using, in case you're wondering, I am using sulfite, the Dick Blick sulfite paper today. Often I'm using something that's just right out of my printer, and I wanted a larger size, so I grabbed this Dick Blick. It is another really great paper to have on hand. That's like kind of the baby poop color, isn't it? Look at it, look at it, yeah. It's actually really cool though. What color is that? Brushed corduroy, yes. And that's a Distress Oxide spray by Ranger. That's one of Tim's. Look at the color though up there in the corner that's coming around. Very interesting. I'm getting those water droplets, that look from the water droplets that I like. Yeah, that's pretty interesting. So let's start moving these around a little bit. I'm gonna grab another, I'm gonna grab this little gel plate and put, I've got all the colors going here, don't I? Just it makes no rhyme or reason, does it? Yep, that's normal. All right, and also you notice I'm not cleaning the brayer. I'm not doing any of the things, right? Because when I'm playing like this, part of it, I would have to say, is I'm gonna just put it out there, okay? I'm playing for kind of like emotional salvation or whatever you might want to call it. I mean, seriously, it's like I'm playing because I've been in a cruddy mood, you guys. I'm like, I don't know what my deal is, but I'm just in a cruddy mood, and I needed to get myself out of this mood, and I thought, what better way to do it than to just literally fling some paint around for no rhyme or reason, you know? Because why not? Why not? Let's mix some of this. I don't know what that was called, some kind of a light violet. This was, this Sennelier. I just am mixing it in with a little bit of the gray, and truly, it's not, it must not have a high pigment load because it didn't even change the gray at all. Oh well, that's okay. When it all comes down in the final analysis, it is all just paint, right? It is paint. Let's find another distress color. Oh, you know, this might be fun to use some of this purple. I never use purple, but I don't even know what made me buy this other than that $3.97 price tag. And then I think it was when they had an extra 40% off or whatever. This was very expensive paint at full price. So here's another Distress Oxide. This is Villainous Potion. Oh my goodness. Let's see what we get going here. Yeah, I love that. Look at the color. It's popping over that gold and so forth. Very nice. I'm going to get some drips going. I am getting ready to go on a girls' trip in a couple weeks. Oh, hello. Come to mama. Very pretty, very pretty. And I'm making something for my girlfriends, and these papers will hopefully be involved, assuming I don't completely crap them up. But you know, anything can be fixed. It can all be fixed. And for me, this is the best way to work. It's over a bunch at the same time. Keep moving them back and forth, because this is when you eventually will let go and really start to play. And what I have in mind for this is going to be all folded up anyway, so it's not like it's going to be reviewed as one, you know, solid image. See the water spots coming from that Distress Oxide? Oh, love that so much. So pretty, so pretty. So let's see what else we have over here. Oh, I have a hunk of my favorite stencil here. I always love this one. If you've been around for a long time, you might remember an occasion. This was back when we had the company in our house, and we didn't have enough room for our inventory and our storage and everything. So we had, this was a big 20 by 24 stencil. And, or no, maybe 12 by 24. 12 by 24 stencil. And gorgeous stencil designed by Trish McKinney. We still sell it on our website. And it was in this drawer with a bunch of its other cohorts, also 12 by 24, same design. As you can see, this is just a part of it, and you can also probably imagine, yeah, here, it gets stuck to itself. Yeah, well, there was a day when we couldn't get it out of the drawer, literally, and it was stuck in there to, like, the whole pile was stuck to each other. It was just horrifying, right? When we got it out, and then we realized, oh my God, that's like how many dollars worth of stencils all stuck together in there. We were freaking out, and you know, anyway, it was kind of a joke, and I had turned it into this, you know, this joke about these stencils that don't play well with each other, because I thought that that was what was going on here. They do not play well together, and this was one of them. We've got some nice color here. I'm not in love with that big splotch of whatever that color is. What's it called? Kiln. I'm gonna have to kill the kiln on that and get some of it off. So let's see what we can do here. Just stencil right over it. We could also, where'd my little gel plate go? Oh, here it is. Here's the little baby. Let's get some more of this white. You know, there's a little yellow still on my brayer. So I gotta say, guys, it's getting me in a better mood. You gotta do this, those of you at home. Okay, so I love picking the little baby gel plates up like this and just moving them around and getting marks. Even when I get those corner marks, I find that it just gives a nice little break in if it's printed. There's a lot of pattern going on here, and this is adding some more geometric blocks. I just like doing that. So think about that when you are working on your papers. That one looks pretty good. Let's see where we can take this one. Get some more of this yellow. And once again, it's the baby poop color when you mix the white with it, for sure. It's nice though, because I mean, as much as we make fun of it being like a baby poop color, it's a great neutral. It's not going to interfere a lot with what all you have going on here. And so there's something to be said for that, for sure. You know, the lack of interference. So I love doing this kind of thing with tissue and with more transparent parts. However, tissue would not survive what I'm making, which are just going to be these little teeny books. So they'll be cute, but they can't be done really with tissue. So it would be hard to manage. Need a little bit more white on here. These Amsterdam paints, these big honkin' titanium whites, boy, for my money, these things are the bomb. I just love them. Now, let's see what other marks we might make with this before we go onto the plate. I like that, right? Looks good. Interesting. I also like, I haven't done this with this, but let's see if we can get some straighter parts there. Maybe a hunk of white over here and there. All right. I think that one's looking pretty good too. And then slap that down there. I'm going to get my white going, and then add a little bit more color to this and go back in with the white. I'm going to have these guys finished before we even know it, right? Let's see. Got a fair amount of the blue lavender on there. I think I'm going to actually get some more yellow right here, because that's what I think we need, is a little bit more warmth. You know, working with warm and cool like this, you might think when you're going in, oh my gosh, that's going to be a mess. Well, necessarily. I kind of like how it comes out. So I think it's certainly worth experimenting with. Let's put another stencil down on here. And, ooh, this is a good one. We'll put that down. Got a nice print there, right? Oh, yeah. That really popped that whole page, didn't it? Yeah. I think I want a little bit more of that purple, the distress, roaming around on this page. Wow, who knew I would like that? What was it called again? Villainous Potion. Who knew I would like that so much? Very nice. I think I want to pull some up on here. I act like I'm going to be finished in a minute, but you probably all know me well enough that you know I'm really not. Also, you probably know I should be wearing an apron, and I'm also not doing that either, so living on the edge, living on the edge. So if you're questioning, again, my choice of colors, purple and yellow, opposite on the color wheel. You don't know what's going to come out. Lots of those in-between colors, like we discussed, the you know, the ones that are maybe a little bit, you know, the baby poops and the browns and the grays. But hey, I like that. I love this. This is great. Okay, so these two I think look pretty good. This one, I let that dry on there. Ooh, look how pretty that is, though. Oh, wow. I kind of like this with the, I didn't put as much color on it, so I'm going to let the purple take over here. And see how this looks. Yeah. Nice, nice. Grab a little bit, back up, blotting with the other pages. Quite nice. Now see, this hasn't totally dried, so I can activate it again. And then I can hit it with the purple. The purple is being sprayed into the wet receiving paper, which, look at that close up, you guys. There's a lot of glare, but I think you can still see how pretty it is. Very nice. And then this one, I want to go back and again get just a little bit more of the yellow on this. I do love that undertone of warmth. Okay, that's awesome. And then I'm going to add a little bit more of this. This is going to glow a little bit, this iridescent blue-black. It's such an odd color. I'm not sure if the camera is depicting it the way it looks, but I am always thrilled with the results of that color. You know, I just love seeing what happens with it. Okay. Wow, I put a lot of purple in there, didn't I? Yep. We're going to end up with these beautiful oxidation marks, though. So that's going to be lovely. I'm going to pull some away in a minute after I get this to move a little bit more. If you don't have the sulfite paper, just get the paper out of your computer, your printer, because that stuff will go the distance for you. It's kind of funny, honestly, because you don't think it's going to, but then it really does. It really does. I'm going to grab a little bit here without the whole page. See how that created this linear bit right here? I like that. All right. Well, I'll tell you what, I've had a wonderful time. I would encourage you to just get some paint out, get some papers, get some stencils, get some stuff you wouldn't normally put together, and have at it. It's so much fun, and I feel way better. Thanks for playing along. I'll see you next time with Mad Scientists. Take care.